Thank you everyone for coming back. This is our course, Learning with Development. In this lesson, we'll be talking about CSS class names. But before we get to that, please subscribe to our channel, either by the link below or by the link at the top right corner. And also like the videos, and also if you want us to do anything more within our videos, please write a comment below. Without further ado, let's get back into it. Welcome back everyone. Today we're going to keep on going on from where we left off from our last lesson. As you can just quickly go back, we saw we created 3 different columns, we added some images, etc, etc, just to show you what you can do with divs and how you can separate the page and make it more elaborate to what you want to do. In this case, we created 3 different columns. It could be 4 columns, completely up to you. So going back, we're going to be talking today about more CSS, and I wanted to quickly just briefly show you guys something as well. So here we have, for example, say background color, say we want white, for example. So you can see this is changed white, right? But say you don't want white. Say you want a type of reddish off pink color. But obviously it's not a standard color, right? It's like a mixture of color. So how do you get a mixture of color? How can you like get like a color picker to try and change the color? So how do you do that? So I'll show you. So here we had dog images, but we'll just remove that. We'll go into Google and we type in color picker. Just type in color picker and then click select. So now what you're going to do is this. So there is a website called color picker, but you can literally just use this as well. And so for example, as I said, say you can control the color by just moving this, and you can see now we're in green, now this is yellow, this is orange, this is more orange red, this is absolutely red. Here we got pink, for example, etc, etc. Here is like a pinkish dark pink. So say we wanted this color. So what does all of this mean? Basically what you need to worry about is this for now. So it's called hexagon colored. So what this is basically doing is showing you the code form of this particular color. So if I move this up and down, you can see that this changes, and it's because it's showing you the code, the color code for that particular color. So if we just copy the whole thing from the hash to the end, copy this. Now what we do here is remove the white, so it was column 1, right, and the background color, and we paste this in. And as you can see, we click save, go back into our demo page, refresh. Now it's pink. You see, it's changed to the color that we selected here. So you can do that again for all the different ones as well. This is basically how you can get any particular color that you like, that's outside the standard colors, like yellow, black, white, etc, etc. Again, move this, paste it in, save, go back, refresh. You see, you got the color. So that was just a quick thing I wanted to show you guys, just to get you up to speed with that, just in case you was wondering how they change the color to something more specific than the standard colors that you could just type out. So now I'm going to show you something more useful. So here, let me just remove this background color for now. Save. Let's go back, refresh the page. Yep, so everything's the same. Here you can see now that, for example, here's column 1's got a border, a black border. Column 2's got a black border. Column 3's got a black border. And you can see there's some padding, looks like some padding at the bottom as well. So all of these three have the same type of styling, and as you can see here, they're all inline block. They've got border of 1, and the margin, and these two have margin of margin right 4%. So you say to yourself, okay, is there a better way to actually do this? And there is, rather than copy and pasting everything all the time. Even these images again have the same type of styling. So what we do is something called internal CSS, which where you use class names. So what does that mean? How do we do that? So in the header, you go in the header, which is this section here where it says header, and in between the header, you say style, close, and then put the closing bracket there. We just do this for now. And so what we're going to do is something it's called creating class names. So what's class names? So I'll show you. So we'll say content box. Then we put brackets. So you put a dot, which indicates is a class name, and then you make up a class name. So this could be test. This could be test bot. This can be header styling. Just do whatever name you want. For now, I'm putting it as content box, because this is about the content of the box. So, and then you put these curly brackets here. And so inside the curly brackets, what we're going to do now is copy. I'll copy this. So copy the inline block, width 30%, solid 1 pixel black. And the reason why I'll just do that and not do the margin right 4% is because this last column doesn't have margin right 4%. So we just copy paste this, paste it into here, right, just like this. Click save. And then what we're going to do now for column 1, just to show you what happens in column 1. So we then go into column 1 and we go to the div and we say class, then we say equals, and then we put the quotation marks, and then we put the name that we've just created, content box. And so what this is going to do, click save. So what this is going to do now is say, okay, this content box has a class name, and so the web browser knows to look in the style sheet or the style tags and say, okay, where is the styling for the style called content box? And it will say, okay, this is it. So it will then apply this CSS styling to this. So if we refresh the page, nothing's changed. Just to show you, we can do border, for example. Let's do that red. Save. Refresh. You see now this is red. You see? And then if we then do the same thing that we done, so we go back to this. So we go to column 2 now. Remove this section. We leave the margin in. We do class name equals quote content box. Make sure it's spelled the same. Capitalization as well is all the same. And we do the same thing for, or we can move the whole styling for this because there was no 30%. Remember, there was no 4% for the margin right. So we just remove this whole thing. Say class equals content box. Click save. And then we go into this section, refresh the page, and now you see all of these have red boxes now, red borders. And the reason why is because, and all we've done is just write a class and put the name in it. So now, anytime we want to change all of these 3 boxes, all we have to do is just change this line here, whatever's in this the styling in this class name. You see? So you said save, refresh. Now everything's gone to black. You see? An easier and most effective way to do some coding. So if lots of different components or elements and tags are going to have the same styling, it's best practice to use class names. And for example, just to show you as well, say again, when I was telling you how the internet works and how it reads the code, it goes from top to bottom and left to right. So what I'm going to show you now is just something to make you understand a bit more. So solid, we'll call it 1 pixel, and we'll call it let's call it gold because that showed. So as you can see, we've got 2 versions of borders, and this is not best practice. So you should never do this, by the way. But I just wanted to show you how this works. So what one do you think? I'm just gonna save now. But what one do you think will show in terms of the borders of these boxes? Is it going to be black or gold, or is it going to be a mixture of both? So let's go check. I saved it, and now refresh the page. It's gold. The reason why is because remember, the code reads from top to bottom, left to right. So whatever is on the far right is going to override what's on the left if there's using the same styling attribute. Okay, so I just wanted to show you that, and this could be done the same as doing this as well. A lot of the times you might see some code like this. I'll show you. Some people like to do it like this, and again, save. Make sure it's saved. And the reason why they like to do it like this is because, again, if you go from the top to the bottom, you could see everything inside this section is inside that content name. So it's similar to how we did with the divs. It's indented. So some people like to do it like this, so it's indented rather than in a straight line. But again, top to bottom. So if we refresh, click save, it's still gold. Even if we name this red, save, it's still gold because it's reading from top to bottom. If we name this black now, save, refresh, it's now black. So it just goes to show how the internet works and how it reads your code, basically. We'll just leave it like that for now. So again, we can do this for this image here as well, because all of these images have 100% width, 100% width, 100% width, and height of 350, 350, 350. So the next one we can do is say, okay, image size or image content images, content images. And we just copy and paste this. Copy and paste this. You can leave it like this if you want, or again, what I like to do this so it's more clear, just to see what's inside of it. And if you scroll down now, remove. Let's do it from column 1 first, so we don't forget. So column 1, we don't need this style. All we need is the class name. So equals quotes. Class name is, remember, content image. Content images. Yeah. I'm just gonna copy and paste this. So remove this. Paste that there. Remove this. Paste that there. Click save. We go back, nothing should change. And as you can see, nothing's changed. The same styling has been applied because we're using a class name, content images, and we've applied it to all the images, as you can see. Yeah. So again, we could change all of these other ones that we have inline styling. Again, inline styling is not the preferred way to do development. It's seen as a bad practice because a lot of people could see it. So it's the best thing to do is use class names, basically. Create your style tags and put the class names and styling inside the class names, and then apply the class names to whatever HTML tag or element you want it to apply to. All right. So that's it for this lesson. Please come back, and we'll be going into more CSS styling, and we're going to be talking about external CSS. What does that mean? Again, please subscribe to my channel. The links are down below or the top right. Please like the videos, and also comment if you want us to go into more depth or talk about something that we talked about in this video. Thank you, and have a nice day.